Hello, miracle workers! Welcome to another special episode of Unlocking Miracles, Januji's Guide to Life, Love, and Leadership. Today is a special day because it's the 50th episode of Unlocking Miracles. Imagine 50 weeks of sharing to you people that are very inspiring, people who are successful in what they do, who are experts in what they do, and 50 opportunities to share my core values, the things that I do also in life, and most importantly, the miracle stories that inspire us in life. How are you guys? How are you this beautiful day? Whether you're watching this on live or replay, I want to honor you for really taking your precious time to be with me. So, tonight or this episode, I am recording this without any person with me. I am doing this alone. Going back to the basics of when I started to conceptualize this Unlocking Miracles, it was just me. In fact, I started it with audio, no video. And then later on, I transitioned in with a video. So it's a video podcast. And for those who are watching this for the very first time, you may be wondering, who am I? So I am a life coach, a wealth coach. I do practice I'm a master practitioner of law of attraction. I do also I'm an author of currently I have 7 books and do public speaking. I also love to give value to others, especially developing leaders as a master connector. I help people get what they want in life and fulfill their dreams. And if I were to summarize my life's purpose, it is to educate and empower people towards achieving their financial goals, make life changing financial decisions, leading to realize dreams, goals, happiness, and fulfillment. And that is one of the things that compelled me to actually do this Unlocking Miracles episode or podcast because precisely I want to reach out to more people as I can. And this is the legacy that I want to leave behind in this world because we are not here forever, right? We are just here temporarily. Life is so short that if we do not make full use of it, we may have many regrets, resentments towards people, towards life, that sana pala ginawa ko to, or sana pala ito yung ginawa ko. I don't want to have that. That's why I conceptualized Unlocking Miracles because miracle stories are meant to be shared because full of negativity na yung mundo natin ngayon, and we want to spread positivity, inspiration to as many people as we can. So for this episode, I thought of a very simple topic to discuss, which is commitment. So short story lang, I just came from a mass wedding, no? Ibig sabihin, marami silang kinasal, no? In our parish, we had around 7 couples who got married. And most of them, I'm not sure about the background of the others, but I know 2 couples who got married today. They are married or they are staying together as a couple, living as in living in, no? So hindi pa sila kasal sa simbahan, but they are already staying together, and they even the one couple that I know even has 1 child already. So it was like a good experience to witness 7 couples getting married together in the church and committing to the Lord their life as a married couple. No, so I can feel the love, the support of the people, especially when we went to the reception. So yung isang couple that we actually sponsored in our church, in our community, tinulungan din, no, pagdating sa reception. So we went to the reception. Actually, we hold it in the parang small venue in our beside our church. And it was a simple, intimate gathering. And bigla nga ako naging impromptu host of that very short program lang naman to celebrate marriage, no, and being wedded to each other. So I was so inspired that actually this prompted me to, yeah, let's talk about commitment, 'di ba? Because very timely talaga ang word na commitment. I also saw this post of my good friend, life coach, Coach Paul Bantegi. Meron din pala kami episode ni Coach Paul dito sa Unlocking Miracles. Do catch that. Wherein I saw him post that commitment and excellence is actually a byproduct of care. And I realized, oh nga no, when you commit to somebody and you do something with excellence, it means that you care about the other person or you care also about yourself. No? So it's a byproduct of care. So I can just feel that we can talk about more about commitment for this episode. Okay. So also, I'll be sharing to you in this episode 4 core values that I actually shared to my mentees, no, or coaches. So currently, I launched this program called the 100 Days Book Writing Challenge, wherein I'm coaching and mentoring my people who wanted to write their own books, no, write and publish their own books this year. And it's 100 days, no? So that's the target, that hopefully they get to finish their books in 100 days. So in our last get together, I shared to them about the author's commitment, and it's based and rooted in the core values, no? So let's talk about 4 core values. And I feel that this is connected to our topic today. Okay? So number 1, first core value is whatever it takes attitude. So it says here that when you have the whatever it takes, you really will do whatever it takes. You are dedicated to overcoming any obstacle that comes your way, and you will push through challenges with determination and find solution to keep moving forward. Um, Writing a book is, I feel, not easy because there if especially if there is no system on it and there is no form of guidance on what to do the next step. And oftentimes we get caught up with life's busyness, so to say, a lot of personal and business related, or even people getting our time. And so if you commit to something, you will have that attitude of whatever it takes attitude, no excuses. Okay? So that's the first core value. Second core value is resilience. When we speak about resilience, I said to them that writing a book is a marathon, not a sprint. That when we commit to something, we commit to also bouncing back from any setbacks and staying on course no matter how long it takes. So sometimes it's inevitable that we experience some setbacks. Just to give you a background, these people that I'm mentoring, they're actually committing to 100 days. They wake up at 6 a.m. or earlier than 6 a.m. They log in into our Zoom account, and then they start writing their books. Okay? So imagine the commitment of waking up early and trying to clear your head and write something. Even if you don't feel like it, you're uninspired, you commit yourself to doing it. So that's practice of resilience. And when like some activities would be in conflict to what you committed, you learn to forgive yourself and you learn to go back to the routine or the thing that you have to do. So that's resilience. Okay. Number 3 is all about integrity. So integrity will remain true to yourself and your vision. So that is to write a book. Honesty and authenticity will be the heart of writing process and ensuring that your work reflects your true values and beliefs. Oftentimes, we are caught up or we are actually tempted to write something that is good for others, right? Because ultimately we want to add value. And sometimes we are caught up to, is this still me? Or is this is still is this what I'm doing still serving me, right? Or is this already too much thinking of what others what will be good for others? So what do I mean by this? When we speak of this, it is all about being authentic to yourself. Sometimes we try to please a lot of people and we cannot please everyone, right? We can only please the Lord in what we do. Some people will like us, some people will hate us. The important thing is we serve the right people that that will know, like, and trust you and even respect you. So be true to yourself. Be authentic. Do whatever is right, even if nobody's looking at you. And be true to yourself that whatever you're writing, whatever you're expressing, whatever you are doing is something true to yourself. Okay? And number 4 is all about being an action taker. So it says here that when you're an action taker, you're committed to taking consistent, deliberate actions towards completing something, or in this case, the book. Procrastination will have no place in this journey as I turn my ideas into reality. So as an action taker, similar to doing whatever it takes, sometimes this is the make or break of what we do. We're good at planning, strategizing, coming up with ideas, but when it comes to execution or taking action, that's where we fall short. Admittedly, this is also something that is a work in progress in me. People know me as somebody who is an action taker, as somebody who is actually a pusher for people. Like if somebody doesn't want to deliver, like a Toastmaster doesn't want to deliver yet their speech, I would encourage them one form or another. I would influence them to deliver their speeches. If somebody wouldn't is hesitant to take on a leadership role, I'm there to actually push them as well, have that positive push and influence so that they will have the confidence or boost of confidence to take on the role. And I find myself in that space where sometimes I do not take action, right? Especially when it comes to health. Like if I know that I'm already experiencing some form of pain or some form of discomfort, I ignore it. Try to keep it to myself. And sometimes it goes to the point that it's unbearable anymore. And that's why it it is not good for me. They have similar experiences like that. And if you have good plans of like coming up with a new business or staying in your business, but you want to scale up, level up, and you need to do something like you need to hire somebody to help you out in your business, or probably you need to improve a certain skill, or you already know a certain skill, but you really have to practice and practice it more, but you are procrastinating it or you're not taking action, then probably this is the deal breaker. This is something that is waiting for you to really, when you say that you are committed to something, is that you are taking action on it, right? So those are the 4 core values that I shared to you. Again, whatever it takes attitude, resilience, integrity, and being an action taker. How about you guys? I'd love to get your ideas, your insights and thoughts around this topic that I shared to you about commitment. And good news, we are already on our day 14 of our book writing challenge. If you are interested to be part of this book writing challenge, do message me. I will have you sign up for the next batch, hopefully next year, first quarter of next year, so that I can support you in your dream of becoming an author someday. Okay? So that's it for tonight or for this episode. I hope that you found value in this episode. If you are blessed with this episode, I encourage you to share this to your friends and family so that they will too blessed. They too will be blessed with this episode. That is my goal. And of course, if you have any suggestions for topics to discuss, you want to like guest in my show, let's collaborate as well so that I could support you in whatever you're doing. Any form of advocacy that you want to promote, let me know. Let's have that talk, that conversation so that we can get you on board in this podcast. And also, I'm encouraging you uh, to like, follow, and rate this podcast and give me some feedback so that I could also improve. Finally, before I end this episode, I'd like to express my gratitude to each one of you who consistently show up and listen to my podcast. I don't know you may not I may not know you personally, but probably because you have been a consistent follower of mine, you got to know me more. And because of that, I also want to add value to you more by getting to know you. So do hit me a message and let's have that conversation. I'm opening slots for a 30-minute discovery call with me. Maybe you need support in your finances, in your life goals, or life purpose, or even in your leadership skills. Let me know on how well I can best support you so that I can be of service to you and be be able to express my life's purpose as well. Thank you very much for watching Live Life. Oh, it's not Live Life to the Fullest. That's my previous show. This is Unlocking Miracles with Coach Janice. I am praying and hoping that this episode has blessed you. And again, as I end my podcast, I'm encouraging you to unlock more miracles in your lives and be a blessing to more people. Cheers and see you in the next one. Bye.